up close look at that, or
What was that?
the helmet?
You want to see it?
Yeah, sure. I see it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Decided to wear those.
Is it a different helmet? Is it Sam color or what?
I think they're completely different helmets. I mean, same helmet, just a white one. But yeah, it's a new one.
Do you actually have to, kind of adjust your eyes? You kind of get used to it? Like when you're looking at
The helmet?
downfield?
You talking about like wearing the helmet?
No, just like when you're looking at your targets downfield, do you kind of have to visually get used to it?
No. I think it's about the same. I think it's the same.
Which helmet do you wear?
What was that?
Which brand? What model?
Rydell, the Flex, Speed Flex.
Jordan, I've heard other quarterbacks though talk about you're looking for flashes of color when you're scanning the field, right? So
Yeah.
it really doesn't change anything?
No, you just gotta remember that we're wearing white now, I guess. It's the only thing that changes. But no, I mean, like in college, we switch helmets, things like that. So I mean, I don't think it's a big deal.
How long? You wore the brace, right? Sunday.
Yes.
How long do you think you'll keep wearing it?
Oh no, I think we'll keep wearing it. Just precautionary, and just keep playing it by ear. And each new week might try and take it off to see. But I think for the game, just keep wearing it.
You think at some point you'll play games without it this year, though?
Maybe it's a possibility.
It seems like you're more and more comfortable week to week scrambling and taking off sooner. Is the next step just having a called run for you, and you think that's in the cards anytime soon?
Oh man, I think that's always in the cards. I think we'd always call a QB run, but I feel good running. So, like I said, we'll keep going week to week, but I'm always ready for a QB run.
Jordan, I know you guys share an agent, but what's your relationship like with CJ?
CJ. Me and CJ are good friends. I've been watching CJ for a long time. Like you said, we both share agents, but CJ's the Cali guy, so I've been watching him for a while now, since high school. So watched him in college and watched him ball out last year. So me and CJ are close.
In the NFL, it's often a growth process at the quarterback position. With what he was able to do right away last year, he's doing this year. How impressive is it to you, someone who shares the same profession, to see what he's done so quickly?
Yeah, no, I think what he did last year as a rookie was very, very impressive. You don't see too many quarterbacks come in and be able to go out there and ball out the way that he did. So definitely a testament to the way he's worked and prepared to get there. But proud of him for sure. And like I said, you just don't see too many quarterbacks. So when they do come in and play well right away, that's very cool to see.
Jordan, sticking with Houston, what did you see from their defense, and I guess what challenges do they have?
Yeah, no, they are definitely a very good defense. I think all around, they got very good players everywhere. So I think it all starts up front. They got a really good D-line, some good edge rushers. Coverages, everything. In the back end is very good. Their DBs are good, linebackers are good. So I think they're a solid team all around.
What stands out to you the most about Will Anderson when you look at the defense?
Yeah, I think he's one of those guys that's got a high motor. He's always going 100%, and he finds ways to wreak havoc in the backfield. So he's a really good edge rusher. I think Daniil Hunter on the other side is a really good edge rusher as well. So they got two really good guys on the outside. So guys we always got to be alert for, but I think they do a good job.
What does it say about the mindset of this team to yourself when they make a kicking change like they did? Just the winning now is important type mindset.
Yeah, I don't make those decisions, but it's something that they felt was necessary. So, we're always trying to be the best version of ourselves at every position. So, that's their decision, and we're going to move on and support Brandon coming in here. And, I'm excited to see him on Sunday.
Does it change any of the offensive decisions? Like maybe when there was a little questions about Narveson at a certain point, we keep up the offense on a fourth down type of stuff like that. Do you see any difference now, like this week?
No, I think we'll always play those situations the same. Whether we're being aggressive to go for it on fourth down, whether we're getting into field goal range, things like that. So I don't think that matters whoever's out there kicking. I think we're going to play it the same way. And Matt's been good about communicating with me in those situations. On the field, like this might be 4-down territory, or we might just need to get here to the 35-yard line to be able to kick a field goal. So I don't think that changes.
Jordan, you asked about the Houston defense. In the Buffalo game, Josh Allen was 9 out of 30. Just preposterous for a guy that good. What did you see in that game? And is there anything to worry about there, or do you just think your weapons are better and it was just a bad day at the office for those guys?
No, I mean, like I said, the Texas defense is good all around, and I think they had a really good game that week against the Bills. And, I think it's all game plan too. We're going to dial up some things, try and take advantage of, what we've seen throughout the week. But like I said before, it comes down to going out there and making plays on Sunday, and I think the Texans just made more plays than them that game.
Jordan, I was just asking Matt about your hard count. He indicated it's come quite a long way from where it was a year ago. I'm curious, just how much more comfortable do you feel using it now? You obviously got 3 guys last week. How much more comfortable were you with, say, a year ago?
Yeah, no, I think it's something that I've worked on, but I felt comfortable using cadence last year, and it's one of those things. It just depends week to week if you can get guys or not, or how dialed in they are to, jumping or not jumping. So it's one of those things you keep trying to use, and keep working it in practice. Make sure O-line and everybody is dialed in and on the same page of what the snap count is and hearing those different cadences. But I felt good last year using the same cadences and mixing them up, things like that.
What was it that you saw last week to know that you could have that kind of success with them?
There was nothing I saw. I think it's similar to what I do every week. I try and mix it up and give different looks, and sometimes it's just using cadence to be able to try and undress the coverage, things like that if we have a can on the play. I think it was just like I said, week to week it depends on who we got up front, if those guys are dialed in, things like that, and we were able to get them. But I don't think there was anything I did different that I've done in weeks past.
In your job of getting the offense off the rim, with rotating like right guard, do you know about that going into the game? Like, okay, we're gonna, like every other series, just so that when you're taking attendance, you know who's supposed to be out there.
Yeah, no, that's one thing that we just kind of have a feel when guys are rotating in, but we don't. It's not like announced or anything. They probably do it with the O lineman down there on that side, but it's one of those things. We went through it a little bit last year too with John and Sean rotating in, but you go out there in the huddle and it's whoever's out there. I got confidence in all those guys though, but we just kind of go out there and play. It doesn't matter who's out there.
Back to Brian's question about the hard count. Were you ticked off that they blew those 2 10? Did you get any explanation of why they didn't give you a free play opportunity on those?
Yeah, no, we didn't get an explanation, but no, it's one of those things. You want to get the free play, but you understand when the refs blow it dead. It might be guys touch each other sometimes. I think that's usually what it is if the D line or O line makes contact with one of those guys. But yeah, or if someone's just has a free rush at the quarterback, they'll blow us dead. But I think it was just the contact was made. But no, didn't get an explanation. But I understand when they blow someone else dead. You wish to get that free play, get some extra big plays, but it didn't happen that way.
What goes through your mind when you hear the whistle on that?
It sucks. You get them jump, and everybody's dialed in. Josh gets a snap, and we got guys going deep. So you want to be able to take advantage, get that explosive play, and try and take a shot downfield. But when it happens, obviously there's frustration. You wish you can get it, but like I always say, control what you can control. You can't control the refs blowing it dead right there.
Jordan, I know it's just one play, but when you hit a long ball to Crispin the way you do you think that the following week teams will possibly play deeper, maybe play off him, maybe be more cognizant of him in a situation like that because of his speed? Or, does one play not really affect how the next?
Yeah, it might. It definitely might. I think there's so many things that happen in the game that I think defenses see. They scout throughout the week and will try and put their game plan together to stop. But you could say the same thing about hitting quick game and things like that, where they might try and come up and press and jam a little bit more. So I don't think one play will change their whole kind of game plan, but I think it's definitely something that they got to be aware of. We got some talented guys, some speed that we could take some deeper shots. But I think that's one thing that they do a good job of as a defense is trying to play top down, and it's kind of like our defense. They keep a shell on it and try and keep everything in front of them and make you check the ball down and not be able to take those shots.
When you look at what you guys and they did on offense last week, they put up 41 points. You had your season high in points. You could think, hey, it's a shootout, but that defense also took the ball away a lot. How do you balance, I guess, trying to be aggressive, knowing what type of game it may be and how many points it may take to win, yet also protecting the ball against some real ball hogs they have?
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing every week. You got to be picky with the ball, and definitely not trying to turn that over. But you got another good offense coming in here, and that they're going to make plays as well. So we just got to go out there and handle business, do our job, and like we try and do every week, try and put up as many points as possible, and like I said, take care of the ball. But two good teams. You got to go out there and play your best is what it comes down to.
Hey Jordan, what that second touchdown to Dobbs? What grade did you get on the decision?
Oh man, what did I get? I can't remember what I got.
Was it,
I can't remember what grade I got on that one.
was it better than the one against the Rams?
I think it was a little bit of. I'm trying to think of it. I think it was a little bit of the same. Of it worked out, but probably not a great decision.
So what do you think of that? I mean, it was you got 6 out of it. The other one you got picked, or I guess the other one it was caught down by the goal line. The one before that against the Vikings got picked. Where do you come down on this? Where it's such a fine line. Where do you come down on what works or what's a good decision and what isn't?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the way Tom grades it is, all play dependent. And that play, I mean, we had kind of a shallow cross on the backside with Christian. And, I mean, that's really our answer versus all out. But they do a good job sometimes of they'll all out and then they'll pop guys out if the center slides that way. So, you got to be kind of careful trying to throw across the middle when they got those guys popping out, things like that. So it's one of those things. I mean, it's all out on the fly. You got a guy in your face, and it worked out. But, there's always another option, and Tom's going to grade you on the way you should read it out. And, he's not result oriented, but more process oriented and trying to stick to the reads and things like that. So that's how he grades it. But I think Tom was happy that it worked out and it was a touchdown. But that's not what he's grading for.
How about did Matt talk to you about it? Did he say good, bad, indifferent?
Yeah, I think Matt was happy it worked out as a touchdown. I think you're always happy, but if it ended up being a bad play, you can look at it the other way and say, we can't be throwing that ball up, similar to the Vikings play. But it worked out. I'm glad it worked out. But in that situation, might be able to get to a better play, check out of it if we see the all out, things like that. There's other answers I can do.
Jordan, in the same vein, you had that 4th down over the middle to Watts, and you feathered it right over your buddy Chris Barnes. How was that graded out? Is that just an NFL throw you have to make, or was that a little dicey window that you just managed to hit perfectly?
Yeah, no, it was a dicey window. On that play we had Rome was running we called a coin route, which is an outbreaker, and I had him, but the window, the DB, I couldn't see outside if he was zone turning or man turning, so he kind of muddied up the window, so I got off of him. But we had Rome right there, and I progressed, and it's 4th down, so I'm trying to make a play, and I'm trust my guy to go up there and try and get that ball. But that's how it is in the NFL. There's tight windows. You got to be able to make those throws. So I can't even remember what I got on that one, but I definitely missed Rome. He's my first read, and I overlooked him. So, we always say never pass up an open read to move on to another read. So, I think I might have got a minus on that one, too.
Jordan, surprise yourself a little bit that missing 2 games, you're second in the league or second in the NFC touchdown passes. Is that surprise you, even though, week 6 in and you missed 2 of those games and here you sit with the numbers you have?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to sit there and see that. But I think it's just a testament to the offense we have, the playmakers we have, and the ability to be able to put up points. So I'm glad that we're able to do that. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, like you said, missed 2 games and to be up there. It's one of those things you just got to keep going, though. It's a long season, so got to keep producing like that.
And the group is healthy.
What was that?
Seems healthier than they've been too. Wicks is back in practice.
Yeah, no, we're healthy right there, so that's definitely the goal, is to be able to keep that. And things change week to week, but right now we're looking good.
Jordan, last one. Matt had a pretty good line after the game about you had so much time back there you could make a pizza. What do you think of the protection that your group is giving? I know in the ESPN rankings they're really high in protection too. What do you just feel about what you're getting from your offensive line right now?
Yeah, no, protection was awesome. I think especially this week, looking back on the film, I had so many instances where I was able to, get through reads, take multiple hitches in the pocket. And so, that is a big, credit to the O-line of doing their job and keeping me clean and giving me time. So, that's what we always talk about. When everybody is able to do their job and, they're able to give me that much time, we're going to be able to pick the defense apart. Yeah. Obviously, like I said before, every week is a new test. So it's definitely a different group up front. And, that's kind of the the MO of their defense is to get penetration up front and get pressure on the quarterback. So it'll be a new test, different team, but yeah, they did a great job last week.